So the housing buff is very different to before this patch because it used to disappear. You used to get this buff, and then when you used to log off or if you died, it used to disappear, I think. But anyway, it was just kind of a bit of a gimmick. But now it's definitely been made a core part of the game because of how long it lasts and it follows you through the realms. And yeah, it's a significant part of the builds now, so it's really important to get your house maxed out to Opulent. So I'll be honest with you, I don't know what all this top stuff means here really too much. Category variety, all this item stuff, that's fine. But the big thing you need is at the bottom here. 70 health, 15 stamina, 50 focus, and it lasts an hour and a half. Really important because all the enemies have got extra health. We've lost a lot of damage, so we need that health buff to take a bit of our points out of stamina, take some out of the focus, take some out of health and put them into damage. That's kind of what I'm doing. So how do you get to the top level? Well, it's not really going to be too long of a video. It's pretty simple, I think. There's a few things you need to remember. So what I did is I dotted a few items. You can see books, flowers. I've got a bed, obviously. Chests don't count. So chests, you get no points. So all these chests don't do anything. But all these little items do. So like, candles, books, vases. Again, this crafting station doesn't either. So it's about kind of understanding what's the best thing to get. Now, a key thing to remember is each item is limited, and I'm pretty sure it's 20 per item. I'm pretty sure. So what does that mean? Well, it means I can have 20 of this specific flower vase thing. So 20 of this one, the big red ones. I can have 20 of these books, 20 of this specific type of candle. But I could have different types of candles. So I could have this one, but then I can have the smaller version as well, and I can have the one with the 3 calendars. So that's 60 candles, sorry. Oh, I said calendars. But yeah, so candles, you can have 60 with 3 types of candles, right? Because it's 20 per type of item. Same with the flowers. There's 3 types of flowers, I think, which I'll go show in a second. So that's 60 types there. But you get a different amount of points per item as well. So, for example, the bed gives me +4, but I don't have enough room to put loads of beds down, so it's not very efficient. So I only have 1 bed. But all the small items are really efficient, really easy to craft, and I'll kind of go show those now. So I started putting items around and I thought, bloody hell, it's going to take a lot of points. It takes a lot, and I mean a lot of things to get leveled up, and I'll show you literally what I've done down here. So this is what I've done down here. You can see, you're probably thinking, what on earth is this? So I've tried to make it look tidy, and I've kind of gone probably against the idea of this whole housing system here, so I'm sure the devs, if they see us doing all this, they might not be too happy with it, but I don't know. But I've stacked as many items as I can here, just to get the boost. So all of this here is literally probably more than half my points in the house. So I've got like 20 of these candles, I've got one of the... Well, I could do more of this candle here. I've got 20 of this purple flower, 20 of the green and red, 20 of the red ones here. I've got 20 of the lutes, and I've got 20 vases. And then I've got some lumber stacks here as well, just to get me over the points. And then my crafting bench is here. So this crafting bench here I can show you. I don't think I have anything on this build actually, which is really annoying. I have to change the build, change character, but... Okay, so I've got on the right character now. I think anyway, I hope I have. I haven't checked yet. Yeah, I am, right. So you can see here, look at all the different items. Right, and these lutes are spruce planks, so I'm really down to the bare bones here on this. But you can see here it says 1 point decoration. Lighting here 1 point, but it's 2 copper ingots, so that's, I can do a fair bit of those. I get 1 point for the vases, right? But one tip I've got for you is stack them on top of each other. So if I do some vases, just to show you, because these are quite cheap, what you can do is stack them if you stand still. And put it on your equip at the bottom. So if I go onto the vase and equip it, so click here, you can see it comes up on the bottom. I can stack these. So all you do is press Y or whatever it is your button, select it again, and that's what I've done down there. I had a tip on stream about that. So somebody gave me that tip. I was like, I've got an idea. Let's do the full house. Now you do have to be level with the item to take it away. So Did not plan on doing that, but it should let me get rid of these. But if you do it wrong, this is what I used to do. I used to create like a little step. So you'd have to kind of create a step so you can get up to them on level. And then it should let you remove them. Like that. There we go. And just take that back. Yeah, I'm going to have to re-put these back in that chest. That's fine though. So that's what you want to do down here. Stack them all up on top of each other. 20 of each item. Don't do any more because you're going to waste a lot of resource. The best items are the loot. So this one's very good because it's cheap. Spruce planks, if you've got them. This one's really good because clear's really cheap, so you can do 20 of that. These you can't stack. You cannot stack chairs, you can't stack the lumber stacks, all that stuff. So that's a good one. That's not good. This one's good. Again, this is clear. Really cheap. Do 20 of those. Saltstone, really cheap. 20 there as well. So that's 20 points there, 20 there. Another 20 there because it's +1, right? So that's 60. If you can do 20 of them there, which you should be able to eventually, that's another 60, that's 80 points. 100 with that. But then we get to some very interesting ones which give you +2. So that's +1, so that's 120. That's 140, but this one, if you can do these, is +2. So that'd be now 180 with 20 of those. So you can see we're starting to rack the points up as soon as you add all these up. So the books prioritise those, +2s are really good. And then the small one here, if you've got loads of iron, again, that's another 40, so we're getting to 220. So you're starting to get to the point where once you put a bed down, you're getting close to 250. Put a chimney down, that's +3. You know, and just fill it out with maybe some lumberjacks. I put one of these down as well. You can't stack them, but that's the way to do it. But the key tip really in this whole video I wanted to give you is stack these up on top of each other. That's what makes it possible. Otherwise, it just fill the whole room up, and yeah, it would be kind of tedious and it'd take up way too much room. So that should help you out a lot. Thinking if there's any other tips really. Yeah, put them on tables and stuff. Put them on chests. You can put them on top of stuff. Spread it all out. Carpets. Yes, I laid a bunch of carpets here, so you can lay them on top of each other. That's another tip. So I've got about 20 carpets here, but the game can't decide which carpet it likes, so you can see it switches around a bit. And I've got a couple of red ones underneath it, but yeah, so this red carpet, you can do 3 of these, I think. Well, these are quite expensive to craft, but they look a bit better, so I'd recommend doing those as well. But yeah, stack the carpets as well, and you'll be good, and you'll have yourself get a royal bed as well if you can. I don't know if it makes the boost any better, but you get more points for it. And then you get yourself a nice boost that lasts an hour and a half. If I log off and come on in 2 weeks, and I come back, this buff will still be here at the same timer. Exact same. That's why it's so good now. And then the background will turn grey on this. Same as any other buff, it turns grey slowly over time, and then runs out obviously when it's run out of the black background. But yeah, hope that helps. Only a short one, but yeah, something worth noting. And yeah, we'll have some more build videos due on the channel this week.